Well, Mario, we're almost at the Christmas season.
Linka, you can't exclusively include just Christmas. Some people celebrate Kuponica.
Fine. The holidays are almost here, which means Nintendo fans worldwide will be getting the chance to finally play Breath of the Wild, or Mario Odyssey.
What's the matter with getting both?
Well, not everyone lives in a kingdom with coins and rupees scattered everywhere. Although it's wonderful if you can get both, if someone can only get one of the two games, we need to decide which one is the better of the two.
Oh, that's easy. It's me. Your game came out months ago, and it's already on the Wii U. Let the new guy have his moment to shine.
Yes, but some people might be playing mine for the first time with the holidays, on top of the fact I've still got DLC coming in to keep people busy.
Odyssey doesn't need no DLC. Everything you get is what you pay for the first time.
For now.
What was that?
Nothing. So then, let's break down the strengths of each of our games. Yeah!
While you're stuck in a teeny tiny land, I have so many to look around in.
Did you say teeny tiny?
Mamma mia!
And I don't have barriers or giant cliffs keeping me away. Well, okay, maybe I do at the very edge of the map, but everything you see inside that border is reachable with the right amount of skill. You can come back to the game every day and discover something new down to the smallest detail just by looking around.
But some people are more comfortable with figuring out how to progress in order. Even though my game is linear, I bring back more and more stuff to find when you come back to my worlds after the first time. The longer you spend looking around, the more you see. You might even find a power moon you weren't looking for before.
Fine, then we'll move on to the next category. Look at my arsenal. You can use an entire array of swords or even the arms of my undead enemies. Hey, you're saying my weapons are boring? All you've got is a talking hat.
What? Oh, sorry, I dozed off. It's just your weapons run out faster than a ball of spaghetti between me and Lord Luigi. They all break, and even your master sword needs to be charged, as if it's running on batteries.
Well, it adds a little reality to the experience. No weapon would last permanently in a real battle. Besides, it gives players the opportunity to strategize if they have to choose their attack techniques wisely.
Gamers don't want reality, they want the fantasy. I can use Cappy to capture Chef Koopa and throw as many frying pans as I want. Or even become a frog. Who doesn't like frogs?
Go on. Taste it.
You can keep the frog abilities. I'm perfectly happy with the disposable weapons so long as I at least get to keep my dashing figure.
You can't even do the classics like jumping on a bad guy's head.
Well, it must be easier to flatten your enemies when your body build is heavier.
Let's now bring my weight into this. Next category.
If you look online, you'll see hundreds of videos of the different ways players have utilized the physics of my game. You can freeze items and fling them far away to knock out your enemies, hover into the air using magnesis, even fly on a rock. Not to mention the creatures you fight put up a challenge and learn from your attacks, while even going directly for your weapons if you drop them. And did I mention you can fly on a rock?
Well, Odyssey gives you so many ways to play. You may be able to climb any mountain, but my game rewards skilled players with the ability to extend their jumps with the perfect timing of a throw of Cappy. On top of that, when I capture something, I get dozens of different ways to explore my environment that weren't accessible before.
Well, I can glide from tall places.
Well, I can fly!
What's a classic game without heroic music?
Quite right.
And my game clearly takes the cake.
Quite wrong. In fact, your game doesn't even have a cake. Mine has a giant one.
Hey, my game had great music.
Maybe a few good tunes, but nothing that sticks like cooked spaghetti. The most memorable tune from your game was...
What? Where are they? What? Oh, hey. Don't do that. That's mean. And this category isn't even fair. The music in my game isn't meant to be catchy, it's meant to be more subdued and reflective of your direct environment interactions. And how come Nintendo gave you your own music video?
Because Nintendo is the house that Mario built! Woohoo!
I played a few hours of your game and it was too easy. There were power moons just lying out in the open. I found at least 3 in 10 minutes.
Oh, congratulations! You found 3 moons out of this many.
Yes, well, perhaps I didn't realize there were quite so many.
My game has to balance easy with the more difficult levels, so that the new players don't get discouraged. And those with more experience can utilize their skill, but also have room to breathe. It's for everyone.
Yes, well, I do that too. Even though I have more than 100 shrines to visit, some of them give you orbs just for showing up. The others...
But do players really need to find over 900 Koroks?
It gives players a reason to keep exploring even months after beating the main quest. I could say the same to you and your hundreds of power moons.
These gamers have far too much time on their hands these days. They'll finish my game too fast unless I give them a lot to do. And I've got the trick. I make the last special coins in each level so hard to find that the players will run around in circles trying to find them.
That's diabolical. But still, not as evil as the Watermelon Festival from Mario Sunshine. Oh, I'll win this one easily. Just look at all the perfect reviews my game's gotten. It hasn't even been out for a year and people cite it as one of the best games ever made, if not one of the highest reviewed games of all time. Not to mention, if it weren't for my game, the Switch wouldn't have had as such a successful launch.
And nobody cares about the launch sales. It's all about the holiday sales. I sold more than 2 million in just one weekend and was considered one of the highest reviewed games of all time before it was even officially released.
Well, this isn't fair. How do we decide which one of our games is the one to buy?
Why not both?
Get out!
Get out! Okay, maybe neither of us has to be the best. Both our games offer something different and are wonderful in their own unique ways, depending on what the player prefers.
You can get Mario Odyssey if you're in the mood for something a little more colorful. They can jump into it anytime and any age can enjoy it. All the levels are so big and there's plenty to explore while making a lot of mistakes when trying to collect moons won't punish you as harshly. Even though you explore new worlds in a certain order, once you arrive, the time you choose to spend there is entirely your own. And there's always something you can toss copy onto without even realizing it. It's also got fun references to all the games for your classic fans out there.
But, if you're in the mood for something that's entirely open-ended with no linear structure whatsoever, feel free to get Breath of the Wild. There's a lot more strategy and battle tactics involved to survive in the hugeness of the wild and its different environments. But every inch of the world is packed with details worth discovering. You can spend hundreds of hours going absolutely everywhere within the map, or go right to Ganon himself if you're skilled enough. It's entirely up to you. It can be a bit challenging taking down certain enemies, but the payoff when you get their spoils is always worth it.
And no matter what,
You'll have a great time that only Nintendo can deliver.
but there is one thing we can both agree our games do best.
And what's that?
You can beat the game in your underwear. Yahoo!
Wake up. Wake up. Link. Wake up. Link!